Hello everyone, this is Coastin Dave here, and it is finally finished. I've been working on this for a while. This is my Morgan Aeroliner train pack. So as you can see, it's based off Phantom's Revenge. However, you are getting 5 different train variations in this pack just to get you started. I really wanted to make something where you could customize it, and we don't have a lot of theme trains for Nolimits, so I figured I'd make some because I love this train style, and I know many of you out there love it as well. So let's see what you're getting. So we've got the Phantom's Revenge style. This is kind of your generic one. We have the sort of steampunk / space train over here. And we've got another one pulling into the unload station. This is our classic car Cadillac train coming in right now with customizable license plates, so you can actually upload your own images, and you will get a template file to use if you want to work with that. We also have sort of a classic Aero looking version. And we have one more that's coming in right now. This is our Shinkansen E6. It's a Japanese bullet train for those of you who are unfamiliar. We'll see it in a second here. There we go. That kind of sleek bullet train look, and it's got this power tower thing on the back. So 4 of these trains have the exact same middle car, so you can actually mix and match the front and back cars, and they'll still work. So I don't know, if you want the back Cadillac but the bullet train front, you can do that. Let's hop into the editor and take a look at some of these customization features. So when you download the file, you just simply unpackage the package file, and this is what you will get. You've got a few license plates in here, but you're actually going to want to go to ABS files, then license plates, and this is where all the plate files are. I don't know why it does it that way, but that's just how it unpacks it. So that's where all of these license plates are. You can use any of those, and if you go over to resource files, you have a Blender file that is the track. You just simply take off the modifiers, and then you've got the track profile you can put on whatever spline you want. And then over here under Morgan Aeroliner, under the ABS files, is the README. Pull that up. And this gives you a lot of breakdown. I'm going to go over some of this so you don't have to read all this, but we've got the credits down here for people who helped out scripting. We got Mauro, KW6S Theater, and Red-Thirten. So special thanks to them for all their help on this project and the scripting side of things. All right, so you connect it to the in-game corkscrew train. When you place down your car number is going to be 0 for the first car, and then you just count it from there. So that's 1, 2, and so on. And then all you got to do is just place this near the train. The bogies, you have 2 different styles. There's the small, and then there is the large. So the large is more your classic style. And this is a more modern style with the smaller wheels. I think the smaller wheels work better on most of the theme trains, but that's up to you to play with. Okay, so the bogies, you just place those near the coaster, and you just copy and paste those. There's nothing really special about that in terms of getting those hooked up. When we click on one of the cars, we've got 8 different colors. These color schemes are the same for all of them. The only difference is that the rocket car has stripes and back booster. All the other cars have body lower and back panel. That's the only difference with the color palette. Otherwise, it's the same, so it makes it easy to work with. Then this is where we get into all our customization features. We'll start at the bottom because this is the simple stuff. So the premier restraint is the one that has the handlebar. That is to keep guests from flying forward and hitting the front of the car or the headrests. So if you're going to have headrests, I recommend using the premier restraint. It just looks better and it works better. You've got the extra padding here. That is more for if you do the noodle restraint and not the premier style. I do not recommend having the padding if you're going to do the headrest. And there's also on the other cars, there's this little wing extension that you see on Phantom's Revenge. I don't recommend turning that on either if you were doing the headrests. So just my recommendation, but you can play around with it and see what you like. You can turn on and off the wheel covers. So that's basically all these are, is you just uncheck it if you don't want it. Check it if you want it to be visible. You really don't want to check the noodle restraints and the premier because the noodle restraints inside the Premier, so it'll just disappear. And then as far as these other options, we've got the bumper, so you can turn that on and off. Same thing with the back car. You can turn the bumpers on and off. And you'll see train number label, so you can actually make a number appear on the bumper. So you can type a number 0 through 20. It doesn't go any higher than 20, so that should be plenty for you. And 0 will just make it appear blank like you see right here. All right, so when we go back to the car, you get 2 different headrest styles. You saw it flash there. So one version is just a single color for all 4 headrests, so that's the one that just says headrest. And then there's headrest 2 color, where the first row ends up matching the inner body color. So you have that option. We have safety placards, right inside there. They'll get covered up if you have the extra pads on, so just be advised about that. You have speakers on board all the trains. Storage pouches are optional as well. And on the rocket train, you can turn the boosters on and off, the back vent, and the pipes. If you're going to have the pipes, you probably want the vent and boosters because they connect. So just throwing that out at you. And we also have on the back, we have an Alcorn McBride ride player attached to this box here. The box is called the sound box, and then you have the ride player. If you're going to put the ride player, you want the sound box so it's mounted to something. But you could also turn that off and just have the sound box if that's what you'd prefer. And each of these trains come with their own unique features, like this one. Again, the power tower is what I call that thing. You could turn that on and off. The Arrow one, you can actually use this extendable hood on the back, and you can turn that on and off as well. And if you want just a very blank back car, you could just use the Phantom one right here. So that one says Morgan Phantom rear. And the ride player is actually mounted directly to the car, so that one doesn't have the sound box. That's the only one that's different on that. And finally, we'll go over a few things on the Cadillac, because this has some really special features. You've got 2 different hood ornaments. You can do the treble clef or the Cadillac sign. Again, would not recommend doing both of those like you saw in the other features. You probably just want to pick one or the other. And then you can choose your license plate. So you just click right here. Again, this license plate only has a few under that folder, so go to ABS files, then license plate. Again, that's just how the package unpackages for some reason, so it is what it is. But here's where you got all the other license plates. I think there's like 18 or something that I made, and so you're welcome to use those. And you can also use my template that is included if you want to go ahead and swap those out and make your own. And the same applies to the back car. You can change that out. And you could even turn the tail fins on and off. So that's a nice little bonus for you. I know some of the classic cars don't always have that, so you have that as well. Oh, and you can turn the license plates on and off themselves. So if you don't even want a license plate, you can just shut that off. The only additional object to the train is this right here. This object is the car number tag. There's a front one and a back one. If you want to add those, you just go to Morgan Airliner, bonus attachments, and there they are. Tag front and rear. And that was just a separate object because it also uses the user texture, and you can only do one of these per object. So again, you just go to ABS files, license plates, and you got all these number tags right here. They go up to number 9. And the way I like to think about it is using the last digit there as the car number. So just a bonus feature, and again, there's a template if you would like to swap that out. So that's that. And the last thing is you can see these little white boxes. These just indicate where the cameras are. So you can see you've got a hood camera, all the seat cams, and then you got one that kind of sits behind the car here. You also have a front bumper camera, and you will get a rear bumper camera. So if you want to do a backwards POV, you can do that. And all the other cars features that front-mounted camera, back one, and the seat cams. And of course, all the restraints are fully functional in the simulator, as are the bogies and the wheels. So you see all that spins and moves. And there you have it. So that's it for the pack. I really hope you guys enjoy it. The download link is going to be below in the description on my website. So please head over there. I hope you guys really have some fun with this. And no joke, you can literally make potentially millions of different train combinations with this pack by mixing and matching the cars and all the customization options. The middle car, I calculated it, it has over 2,000 customization combinations possible because of those checklists. Now, that is also because you can turn the restraints on and off one by one. You can literally shut off all the restraints, so if you want to make it look like it's in the maintenance bay or something, or maybe you want 2 of these to be pool noodles and 2 Premier. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but you could do that. That is an option. So, yes, there's over 2,000 customization options on the base cars, and the Cadillac and the Rockets, it's one of the other. The front or back car has over 500,000 different combinations just because of all the options. So this is no exaggeration. This is the most customizable train pack ever released for No Limits, and I hope to make some more stuff like this in the future for you guys. Thanks again for watching, and again, head on over, download your train, and I can't wait to see what you make with it. Have fun. I'll see you next time.